Okay. So I've gone over mods, I've gone over implants. So let's go into mechs themselves and get a better understanding of which mechs you might want to invest in and go down the line. Okay, let's go. Go to the gear hub. Okay, let's go to inventory. Let's just go into the ones that I have, and then I'll go into some that I don't have that you know give you some information on them. Okay, so Paragon you get for free. He has a very high power level. He has the max capability out of, you can only get 32 max, even if you're a legendary mech. Okay, so that makes him pretty good for being a low cheap mech to upgrade. Okay, same thing with Puma. I believe he can get 32 as well. Okay, so these two right here, if on the market it showed some 16s that were really cheap that you were like, ooh, I might actually want to get them, and then you bought two different 16s and then put them on your Paragon or Puma, then you'd have a lot of damage. You'll have a lot of firepower. Okay, so Paragon, that would be his benefit, is that he's cheap. You can upgrade him. If you weren't a pay to play and you wanted something that could, kind of get a hold of, you know, some high power level weapons, he'd be something that you might be interested in using. Puma, same kind of deal. Nobody uses Puma. Nobody uses Paragon later on, unless you're, you know, just playing with them for achievements and such. But there's no end game for this or for that. Nobody uses it. Stalker, some people use that in end game, or later or mid game, kind of like how I use my Tengu, I would imagine, but it would just depend. So the Stalker, its ability makes it so that it could do a lot of damage. Okay, so it'll amplify how much damage it can do. Max damage bonus 50%. Okay, but it also takes damage, so it'll take more damage. You can get implants to lower that amount. Okay, and then it heals itself. So it's a pretty neat mech. I've been playing with it for achievements and stuff like that. Guardian, people use this mid-late game too, just because it just completely disables units and mechs and stuff. Makes people have to reload, puts all your abilities on cooldown, and it has a 32. It's slow, but it does have a neat little trick on doing that. So its ability cooldown, I think the worst person that the time that I don't want to run into this guy, I mean, I never really want to run into a Guardian, but for some things it just doesn't really matter. Revokers, it has absolutely zero effect on somebody who's using revokers because they have no cooldown, so it doesn't do anything. Ember guns, they don't have a reload, so it doesn't really do anything. So there's certain things that really don't care about this. Now, if you are using, let's go to weapons real quick. I'll show you some. I'll show you some. If you're using something with a big reload time, oh man, it's terrible. It could be damaging for somebody with a missile rack, but most of the times for me, the only time, and if you have beam weapons, I think it completely removes however much beam buildup you have. So if you had 100, you have now 0. It just removes it. Let's see here. Who does it? Where is it? Let me go to the heavy duties. So minigun. I hate running into him when I have a minigun on my Mech. It's terrible. It's absolutely garbage. So reload speed 17 seconds, and if you have implants for it, it's still going to be like a 10-second reload, something like that. So it's awful running into him with. So there's certain mechs. It's situational. Let's go back to mechs. Okay, but Guardian and Stalker, you'll still see mid game, sort of like me with my Tengu. Panther, you'll see an end game just because it has a stasis barrier that cannot be shot through, and it stays up, and it has a limited health. Although the Guardian will wipe that thing out. It'll get rid of the shield wall, and boom, it is now available to hit this mech. And this mech does not have a lot of hit points. 120,000, 127, 120,000. Okay, 67. And this Puma is basically the cheaper version of the Panther. They're pretty much the same thing, just cheaper to upgrade than this one. And this one you can shoot and destroy it. Okay. So kind of the same thing. If you play with the Puma and you really like it, then you're really gonna love the Panther, because when the stasis barrier, if you put this out, it's gonna make people get frozen, and it slows people down. It's really a big pain in the butt. Okay. The Onyx. I don't really see too many of these in 8K or 9K, but if you have the implants for it, it is not uncommon that it'll one-shot a mech. It does tremendous damage, especially if you have the upgrades for it. But, I mean, look at it. Damage, radius, range. I mean, that's 3 out of 4 of your implants on your pilots. So, I mean, not too many people are going to be using it just because of that. And then on top of that, you got to use your cooldown. What about your ability cooldown? So ability cooldown plus these, and then that's all. You're basically using every single one. For end game, I don't know. And then you'll have nothing for your weapon weapon stuff. So he's still really good. He does have 32 max. He's kind of a slower kind of thing. Has a lot of hit points. He does a lot of damage. Capability. Okay. So it just depends on what kind of person you like. How do you like to play? He does a lot. He's fun to play with. And if I had the implants for it, I would just be squishing people with it. Scorpius. You see a lot of that in 8, 9K. Not with people per se, but with bots. And basically, you could just shoot off javelin array, and it's a guided, and it does damage. And it's kind of the same kind of deal. So you got the damage, the range. So there's 2. If you were to just do this, it does, do a lot of damage, a fair amount of damage. Let's see here. I mean, it does 12K for free. And the cooldown, if you have the ability to cooldown, you can pop it like every 3 seconds. I mean, you know what I mean? So it's not bad. It was one of my early purchases. As you could see, I never really kept playing with it. But it's not a bad mech at all. Okay? It's just kind of your style. But you won't see. I haven't seen too many people using this late game. And if they are using it, they're using guided weapons, and they're just hanging out in the back, and they're just lobbing them at you. Same thing with Gate Crash. His ability, it does do a fair amount of damage. If you pop this thing, basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna shoot it off, and it's gonna target a mech, and then it can do an AOE explosion, or you could shoot it through a wall. It's pretty fun to play, and it does a lot of damage. This was another one of my earlier mechs that I purchased. I purchased Scorpius and Gatecrasher early on, and these were the two that I got. And 32 with a lot of hit points. He is fun. He does do a fair amount of damage. He's kind of slow, but then again, he's not really something I play with too much. I mean, on my main hanger, I kind of juggle him and some other people just because he has a lot of potential firepower. Lancer, mid-game, still really fun. One of the two mechs that can jump, and that's what makes this guy a big pain in the butt and still has some kind of, use. Not a lot of hit points, but really fun character, fun mech to play. Slingshot, early game. This slingshot just dashes into things and does damage. It's very fast, very mobile. Very, if you're playing CP, control points, really good to play, because then you can get over it and you could dash and get the middle control point really fast. You may not be able to hold it because you'll need some tank and some other support to keep it, but because he doesn't have that much hit points. 24 maxed out. Okay, not a lot of hit points. It's a scout. Okay, does not take damage well at all, but super fast. Okay. If you like slingshot, then you'll like kill shot, and you'll pretty much like Nomad and Surge. I mean, everybody likes Nomad and Surge because they're one of the best in the game. Okay. Shadow is very fast. 29, one of the fastest in the game. Plus, you get Shadow stealth speed. So once you go stealth, you're even faster. So this thing is incredibly fast and tiny. It's one of the smallest little mechs in the game. Super fast, super small. I am going to end up upgrading this thing. Only has a 16, only 80,000. But I am going to be upgrading this one just because I'm interested in playing with it. And now that they've made, Polarium has made upgrading them cheaper, it's something that I want to do. The reason I never upgraded or played with it earlier is because it was so expensive. They had it just as expensive to upgrade a blue mech as it was to upgrade a legendary. And they weren't as good, so it didn't make any sense. But now that it's cheaper, I'm going to end up doing it. Okay? So Eclipse is the better version of Shadow, but this is the baby version of Eclipse. Same kind of deal. Cloak speed, so they're fast. 28, just one tick slower, but you can still make it fast. Now, the Eclipse is one of the best in the game. Okay. 24 max, a lot of hit points, very fast. Okay. But basically, you're not going to be able to do anything to this sucker. When he's cloaked, you can't do double damage to him. You can't target him. He's just going to be, you can't debuff him at all. So good luck trying to use your ember guns on him. Good luck trying to use, you can't slow him down with cryos. What else? You can't target him with any of these targeting weapons. None. If you're using these, he's gonna run up on you and he's gonna kill you. You can still shoot him with a long arm, but you won't get the overheat damage. Okay. It'll be hard to target him with this, but it is possible with the arc turret. Amber guns, you're not going to be able to deal your double damage, so it's going to be really hard to kill him with that. Fragment guns still do good because they're just straight damage. Graviton beams, you're not going to be able to do your critical mass on him because he doesn't get debuffs. So good luck with that. Stasis beam won't be able to slow him down. Thermal damage, you won't be able to do any Scorcher double damage on him. You can still storm rack him though. Storm rack works good on him. Okay. So very few weapons are going to be good on him. You can still use all these. You just have to target them. Okay. Minigun still works on him. All that good stuff. Okay. Tengu, last video. If you saw it, then you saw him in action. Okay. Ability damage 50,000. It's a lot, especially with your implants. I think when my I calculated it, but basically, if I hit you with my ember guns, and then which will give like what? I don't think it's double damage. Let me look. Let's go to weapons. Okay, so ember gun fires twice, applies weaken, which is funny. Then in here it doesn't show what weaken does, but weaken does this right here. Weaken right here. What is this? Where is it? Sustained fire applies a weaken effect that increases the damage that the target takes. Does it even say it anywhere? It's so weird that it doesn't actually. Did I pass it or something? Anyways, it does double damage. Something like that. Okay? It's so silly that it doesn't actually say it on there. It's kind of silly. But anyway, so if I'm over here and I'm on Tengu and I shoot you with my ember guns, okay, like I was doing in my last video, that isn't up yet, but I shoot you with that, do double damage, and then with the mech ability damage implant that I have, it comes out to like I'm doing a sky strike of like 110k. Okay, and it's AoE, so that's a lot of damage, and it'll frost you so that you can't turn that fast. So it's just a monster. This guy's a monster. He really is. I love Tengu so much. Just a beast. Okay, kill shot's the same thing as slingshot. It does more damage, has more hit points. 24 instead of you know what I mean? Yeah, 24, same thing. Just more hit points. More damage, same kind of thing. Smash damage, radius, distance, same thing. Just an upgraded version. So if you like slingshot, you like kill shot. Redeemer is another scout. It is 29, so another fast mech. It is a very unique mech that there's no other mech that has its abilities. And 167,000. Fast 24, but as you can see, once you get them up there, it'll use its special ability and remove all bad stuff on it. Okay, so right now where I have it, it doesn't do anything. Next I'm gonna do stasis and weaken and so on, etc. So if that, and then it'll backtrack. It'll just, you know, if you moved forward down the map and all of a sudden you're in a lot of danger, you could use your ability and go all the way back on the map, and you could be in a nice safe area. Okay, so he's pretty fun, but it was costing a lot to get him upgraded, and I didn't feel the need. Not my style of mech. Eclipse, I already went into him. Surge, if you're trying to dominate FFA or pretty much anywhere, you're gonna want to get a surge. You're gonna want to get a surge because everyone else is gonna have a surge, and you're gonna need to have a surge to counter a surge or counter anything. So basically, it just dashes forward and just makes everybody stay still and EMPs them, and then you just pick them off and just shoot them. It's a great mech. 24 maxed out, 170, fast. Okay, it's a scout. Nomad, really awesome. Used to be even better before mods. Before mods, I would just one-shot a whole bunch of things. I just dash right into them and kill them. This thing was a monster, especially if I hit you with ember guns. I don't care how big you were. I'm gonna do so much damage to you. It was incredible. But now mods are here and they're still really great. I mean, my last video, you saw me smashing things, but it used to be a very scary mech. As soon as I saw a nomad, it really scared the heck out of me because they were known for just one-shotting things. I don't care how much hit points you have, and if you didn't one-shot you, it's gonna be close. Okay. So with their chain dash, if I hit, so you dash and I hit you, then I take less damage. Take reduced damage. These things are nasty. So if you're looking to dominate, get a nomad, and you'll do great. They're super fast. What I normally do with a nomad is I'll dash, I'll skip the first waypoint, and I'll go straight to the second one with it. Okay. Juggernaut, just a tank mech. They got a shield. You know, just a regular old tank mech. If you're not spending money, great. Okay. Slow. I mean, Ares, I see people using this in mid bracket and stuff like that, mid lower, but not really higher. Some people do, I guess, maybe, but not really. 24 max, 160 hit points with a 43 durable shield. The thing I don't like about Ares is its shield is so big and wide that it'll be around a corner and I could shoot the shield, and then, well, now your shield's gone. So, it just, I don't know, it has its pros and cons. I didn't really like Ares at all. So the mech could be behind a box. Okay, the mech's safe, but then I'll just shoot your shield and then it'll be gone. So now you have to stay behind the box so I can go around an area where you're hiding and utilize it. So I've already demolished it. This one has a more of a personal shield, and it's alright, I guess, but I didn't like it. It's slow. I'm not really a tank kind of person. I'd rather just use my surge, my eclipse, my Tengu, and just get in your face and get into action. I guess, here you go. Dome shield. This one, middle late game, yeah. You see these guys. They're a pain in the butt. They really are. I think the new common thing that I'm seeing is people hiding in dome shields and just shooting pod guns from the inside of it. Oh man, they're a pain in the butt. They're a beast. Bastion, right here. You attack it, it blasts its shield, it EMPs you. So it's a really good defense against Surge, Nomad, anything that needs to get close, that's using close counter weapons. Even my Tengu at times. But if I play my cards right and say I got a Bastion in front of me, I'll jump over, I'll hit his backside, I'll freeze him, I'll get EMP'd, but by the time he gets to turn around at me, I'm already mobile and then I can move again. So, Tengu actually has, he can play with this guy and he'll never get me. Most times if I play my cards right and I'm doing good. Nanobot field, this guy's got, does tremendous damage. It's a tank. 24. Slow. But does speed increase when it uses its ability, makes it go faster. So if you are going to use this, use your ability, get an ability cooldown, ability duration, and attack mech ability damage. So, and then field radius, I would imagine. So you got your radius and damage. So, or you could just do this one, boom, boom, get these two, and then get the cooldowns and duration, and you'll be straight on that one because it does a lot of damage. And it goes faster. I haven't played too much on it, but I have seen it in action. So it has happened to me where I've dashed to it with Surge. It popped up its vortex shield, And the person that had it actually did so much damage with the darn thing. Plus, they have so many hit points where I couldn't kill it fast enough, and I was trying to kill it, and it killed me with its darn vortex shield. So it's get close if you dare kind of thing. I mean, they are pretty cool. And I have a couple of friends that play with them really well, and they have the implants to match, and they do a lot of damage. MD is one of the two healers in the game. I have this one, and I have that one, and I'm playing around with it just because it's fun. And not a lot of hit points, kind of slow, but it is nice to just be able to, heal your buddies, and I'm on that achievement thing, so that's what I'm doing, and so I've invested. But if you are going to play the MD, definitely going to want to get the implants to play with it. Arachnos, nobody plays this thing. It's terrible. I'm not joking. This thing is terrible. But if you are going to play it, early game, I wouldn't get this. I wouldn't get that. I wouldn't even worry about it. But early on, if I was to play with this thing, most people that you see playing with Arachnos are going to be using sniper weapons. That's where I've had my most success with it, because they don't have a lot of hit points. They have a lot of firepower, but they don't have a lot of hit points, and they're super slow. So it's easy to get their backside, and just, they can't run away from you. So end game, not even mid game, you're going to be playing this early on, and that's all you got, and good for you. That's it. Cheetah throws little spider mines. I got it because I was always getting killed with by the bots with these damn mines, and I haven't had too much luck with it. It's kind of stupid. Speed 22, but its name is Cheetah. I don't know. It just irritates me. I got it. I didn't like it. Maybe it's because I didn't invest in the Cheetah mine radius, but every single time that I put mines down, it just didn't. And it's expensive to upgrade. It doesn't have a lot of hit points. The firepower on it's not that good. Mine layer kill mechs. Wow, I've killed that many people. But by the time you kill people with your mines, it's you're dead already. It's just, maybe I just don't know how to use it, but he's just too darn slow. And this one right here, I don't know. I might invest in the future. Maybe it's because I just don't have the cheetah damage and the radius. Maybe that's why. Where I could, because there are times with the cheetah where you see somebody around a corner and you just start chucking mines down there. And I think that if I had the radius and the damage, where it'd be tremendous, it'd be pretty bad. You know what I mean? But the bots kill me with mines all the time. It's one of those things where not late game, but man, is it a pain in the butt, and you just feel like a turd whenever you when you when you blow people up. I just feel like I just get that. I just laugh. Same thing with this one. I've been playing this one more recently. Just an EMP. If you need a you can purchase this one with credits. I think it was like, when I got it, was like 900k or something like that. I don't know how much they are now, but not a bad mech, just slow, not a lot of hit points, not a lot of firepower. So basically with this one, you're just gonna wanna, most people most people that use these things, they hang out in a freaking little corner, they wait for you to get close, and then they EMP you, and then they pop their little penguin, it's just like a little penguin, and then they pop out, and then they just shoot you, and then they kill you. And that's pretty much what they are. They're just a pain in the butt. They're the same thing as like a cheetah. They're just these like, God, I just got killed by a Zephyr. Oh man, I just got killed by a cheetah. One of those. End game, yeah, I'd see these in end game. It has a hunter's mark, so pretty much if it shoots this on you, it's gonna freeze you, it's gonna slow you, and then you're just gonna take a tremendous amount of damage, and you're gonna die. Unless you're lucky and you get hit with this and there's no enemies around and you go back around a corner and all that good stuff, okay? So I do have this. He's not maxed out, but Hunter's Mark damage 150. So you're going to take 150 from all sources. If you can get one of these, it'd be great. They're really awesome. Brick House is terrible. Just big, fat, and slow. 14k. And he's a huge target. He's so big he can't even hide behind most things. He's just freaking awful. I hate this one. And you know what makes it even worse? I didn't get it for free. I paid $1 million in credits. Because I needed it to do my gear hub. Where is it? Right here. No, it's right here. How do I get to my gear hub achievements? Oh yeah, right here. Yeah, I needed it to complete 5 achievements, spawn Mechs, obtain 2 Mechs. So like I got him, I saved up, and I was like, well, maybe he'll be good. But then it was just he's just too big and fat, and he can't hide for nothing. I mean, let me go over here. Let me show you how big this thing is, and all that. Look how big that guy is. I'm gonna make a new video. This one's getting too long, but that's all of them.